Evening all. I hope all of you in the UK aren't being battered too much by the storm Dara. Here in Sheffield it's just getting windier and windier. Don't seem to be being hit too badly, but you never know, dear. This is a reading that Yvonne asked for, and she wanted to know about the Vatican and does the darkness outweigh the light? Right. Don't really have much of an opinion on the Vatican other than its horrific history of child abuse. Whether that's still going on or not, I don't know. I do know that the Vatican hold quite a lot of ancient scriptures that didn't make it into the final edit of the Bible, which I find a little bit underhand. However, that's the only opinion I really have. And I think I've got another question on... I can't remember who asked for it and I didn't write it down. Somebody wanted to know if Christianity was going to fall apart. So we might get an answer with this tarot reading, I don't know. So we have the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. And I'm going to start with a Wild Unknown Animal Spirit card from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck by Kim Kranz. So, just move those up a minute. Let's have a Wild Unknown Animal Spirit. See if we can get a bit of an angle on it, because I have no clue where I'm going with this. I have no clue where the cards are going to take me with this. Is the Vatican light? Is it more dark than light or more light than dark? I don't know. I'm not so sure that... not necessarily religion or the Christian faith. I don't think it's the faith that's the problem. I think it's the faith leaders that are the problem. So that's my opinion. I don't know what your opinions are. You can let me know in the comments. We have Octopus. Oh, right. I'm going to read the definition for that, because my feeling from this card is that they've got the fingers in a lot of pies, perhaps. Octopus. It feels all over the place, like they've got the scruffy mitts into all sorts of pies, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to read the definition. Let's have a look. It's water energy, octopus. The octopus signifies a wonderfully perceptive mind paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. Oh, that's not untrue, is it? The octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that that's what it means to be close. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries. Be patient and firm. It may be a very old habit to change. Right. So, I was off-piste with the definition, but what sprang to mind when I was reading that is it's not just the Catholic Church. I mean, we've just had Justin Welby, the Archbishop of Canterbury, make a quite disingenuous leaving speech from the House of Lords. I mean, should religious leaders be in the House of Lords at all? That's another question for you. But you know, this was a man who neglected to speak on someone who was abusing children for many, many years and was quite integral in the removal of that person to South Africa, where he continued to abuse and beat boys. So it's not the religion, it's not Christianity that's the problem, it's the religious leaders that's the problem, that's the issue. And possibly it's these religious leaders who put people off going and putting bums on seats in churches. You know, your faith is something that's, with Christianity, it's not a public announcement. People's faith is private. Christian faith is private to individuals. So let's have a look. So we've got the octopus. I'll put that at the top there. So, in which case, is it the church that's dark? More dark than light? Or is it more light than dark? I remember when I was at university, because I'm an ex-history teacher, I did a module, and I can't even remember what that module was. I think it was about thinkers in the 19th century. And this very famous quote that a lot of people misquote all the time from Karl Marx, and I'm not a Marxist, was, religion is the sigh of the oppressed. It is the heart in a heartless world, and the soul of soulless conditions. It is the opium of the people. There's a difference between faith and religion. I don't know where I was going with that, but it just went into my head and it felt like I had to say it. Religion is a sigh of the oppressed. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So we've got a new it's almost like the church is looking at reinventing itself. Because this is a new beginning of new reinvention. I'm wondering whether the current Pope is not going to be on the earth plane, shall we say, for much longer. The Ace of Pentacles. A new beginning, a new start, new foundation. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So that's where we are. So maybe they're thinking of reinventing itself. As Justin Welby is gone, maybe a new church leader's going to come in. A new archbishop's going to come in that's going to do things in a different way. You know, maybe the new thing that they're doing in a different way might not align with Christian values. Lots of church leaders and the way they talk about certain issues, they don't align with Christian values. They don't align with the word in the Bible, shall we say. So maybe that's another reason why. So we've got the Four of Swords. So we've got this new reinvention of itself, followed by the Four of Swords. Now the Four of Swords is, it can mean a few things. It can mean the need for rest after a long illness. Maybe the Pope is getting poorly and maybe he does need to rest, because I believe the Pope doesn't stop being the Pope until he dies. Am I right? I don't know. I'm not a Catholic. So this new invention, but then all of a sudden there's this need for rest and maybe meditation or recuperation after a long illness. So maybe there's going to be a holding period from the Justin Welbys and the Pope exiting stage left, and something new coming in. There might be a period of quiet, silence, meditation, rethinking. Because Swords is about the mind, Pentacles is about the material world, the physical body, the physical body, the material world. This is about the mental realm. This could be a depressed period in time. So this is more talking about, will the is Christianity going to be wiped out of the UK, which is what someone else asked me for, and forgive me, I didn't write it down, so I don't remember your name. And then we've got the Lovers, but it came out in reverse. The Lovers is about connection. It's about polarities coming together, male, female. And because it was in reverse, I would say that there's going to be a split. So we've got this new invention, new reinvention, a period of contemplation, and then a split. So I think the church is going to completely split into two different factions. It might split between the church that follows the teachings of the Bible and a church that doesn't follow the teachings of the Bible, which is a more progressive type of church. It feels like the church is going to split. So what about the Vatican? What about the Vatican? Six of Swords. They're moving on. Vatican's moving on. Why? What does that mean? What does that mean? I think the Pope isn't long for this world. And I'm sorry if that upsets some of you who listen to my readings as a tarot reader. And then we've got the Wheel. Yeah, I think the Pope is going to not going to be here for much longer. I think that's what that one is all about. Moving on, a new cycle. I think that's about the Pope. I think this is about the church. There's going to be like a rethink about the church, and there's going to be like a split in the Christian church. And I think it's going to be about some churches that are traditional and stick to biblical teachings, and other churches that don't. So I just want to know about light and dark. So we've got the Fool. So yeah, a period of rest and contemplation, then goes to the Fool, which is a completely new direction. So this church is going in a completely new direction. They're going in different directions from each other. I've got two, so I'll take the top one first. Then we've got the Two of Pentacles. They're going in a different direction. And then we've got a choice. Which one are you going to go to? If you're a Christian and you are a religious person and you go to church, you might have to make a choice of which church you go to. You might have to make a choice of not going to church, or you might make a choice of going to a more progressive church, or one that sticks rigidly to the biblical teachings, the teachings of Christ. And then under the Lovers, we've got the Empress. So we've got a split, and then a rebirth. The church is going to rebirth itself, a rebirth. So what's this rebirth all about? Two of Wands, making plans, strategizing, making plans. This isn't necessarily about the Catholic Church. It may be about the Catholic Church as well, Christianity as a whole. It's going to split. I think the Pope is not going to be here much longer, and I think we're going to see the church, because Welby's gone, the church and the Pope may be shuffling off the mortal coil soon. We're then going to see a real divide in the Christian religions, on the one side you've got more modern progressive Christianity, and on the other side you've got the traditional Christianity that teaches the teachings, Jesus' teachings, and then we've got this people who go to church then are going to be stuck in a conundrum. They're going to have to choose which church that they align themselves with. Are they going to go the traditional route, or are they going to go the more progressive route? It's going to cause a ruction. There is going to be a split in the different factions, and then the church will rebirth itself. It'll be reborn into something else. And there are plans in the making. This feels like plans that have been coming quite a while. Plans in the making for Christianity in the future. And as this person is looking out of the window, it's almost as if it feels very much like Christianity is going to have to be something far away from the mainstream, far away from mainstream psyche. But that still doesn't tell me, is the Vatican dark? Is the Vatican dark? Is it still dark? Because it's been rife with, I mean, there's all the abuse from the nuns in Ireland, and then you've got the priests with their sexual impropriety with children, mainly boys, and then you've got this recent one in the Church of England who was violent and beat boys up. It seems to be all in sort of infested in all types of Christian religions, which is an absolute shame. So I don't think Christianity is the issue. I think the heads of the churches are the issue, and it feels ingrained. So is it dark? We've got the Nine of Pentacles. So on the whole, no, the church isn't dark, but the Nine of Pentacles talks about wealth. It talks about being self-sufficient, having the land, having property, having everything that you need. The church has enjoyed great wealth, but does that mean it's dark? Is it dark? Page of Wands. See, this is it's just wanted to it's not wanted to tell me whether it's light or dark. It's wanting to tell me that it's changing tack. It's going to change, and it feels very much like the church is going to change for the better, but there will be a definite split down the middle. There will be traditional versus progressive. Feels very much like there's going to be a comeback of Christian values. But it feels like people aren't going to do the bums on seats unless the vicar, the reverend, the priest, whatever, is trusted and walks the walk as well as talks the talk, if you know what I mean. So, no, I don't think that it is more light than dark. I think some of the people involved in the church are more dark than light. But it is going to change. I do think the Pope is not going to be here much longer. There's going to be a new cycle. But it all seems very these cards that are coming out all seem very positive. There is going to be a split in the church. There is going to be a split. And they're going to go parallel in two separate ways, but yet running parallel at the same time. That's what I get from this reading. It does look like the Christian faith is going to enjoy some sort of surge. But whether you go to church or not is up to you. But I feel with all this, but I'm looking at all this as it's all laid out, I feel a lot of people are going to be more discerning about the church that they go to and the church leaders that they have trusted. So that's your reading, Yvonne. I hope you enjoy it. And I'm going, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Ta-ra.